So the second game between Mor and Hagrit is gonna be played on Savannah, and we are right now switching into Hybrid or switching. Last game we have played and streamed here was on Hybrid, but the first in the match was on 2-0. So right now a game on Savannah between Ra and Zeus. So that should be a home map of Hagrit. That's the second map. The first one on Blue Lagoon was Mor's map. So Hagrit playing Zeus on Savannah against Negi. It's a rather interesting choice because Savannah is... It's not such a tragic map for an Egyptian if you get the back spawns of the TCs, which is something that usually happens because that's like the telltale sign of Savannah. Sometimes you can get the forward spawns, but it's much less probability. Much less and much lower probability rather. And he's having a very good gold right now, More. So you can see it's gonna be quite a solid game for him, I expect in. As at the back he's gonna be scouting, of course, with the coaties, and I also need to put on the blinders so that you are not spoiled when the game is gonna be ending. And of course, let's see how many gold mines he's gonna be actually finding behind this base somewhere. He did discover at least at this point already the TC that is gonna be, well, quite close by, and the back one, okay, that's gonna be even better. So Azara at this point, he's having a very good chance to do what he wants, but of course you mustn't forget, yet again, we are not on Titans, so no 2 TC fastly heroic, nothing like that. It has to be basically standard fastly heroic at about 730 from the Ra, and then go into something interesting. So let's see how it's gonna be working. He already does have the relic for the Eye of Ornlus, so basically Axeman for him would be quite a nice advantage, whereas for the Zeus it would be Hippaspis, and he did discover the herd of zebras or giraffes. Zebras are a whole lot different animals than this. And giraffes are actually Tower of Giraffes, right? Like herd of giraffes is Tower of Giraffes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Englishmen do have all those kinds of weird names for all of this, which I really enjoy because it's incredibly funny. Really would be curious who actually came up with those things. As we are still not seeing any kind of extra gold though. So even though the TCs are kind of nice for More, without the gold mines it's not gonna be as nice for him. Let's just cheat a bit. Yeah, there is no gold mine for him. Okay, so TC may be nice, but we are not on Titan, so it's not gonna be nice all that much. As we're gonna be switching into the point of view of Hagrit, at least for the moment. At least for the moment. And of course, we're gonna be looking at save gold for Hagrit as well, so at least it's gonna be safe for both of the players in there, as he's already coming for the Rhinos at the front, and he does have landing dogs, so yeah, he did see the Rhino quite far, or rather quite easy. Quite easy indeed. As we are gonna be looking at the safe TC on the right side, and we also didn't see any kind of gold behind him. But he does have one quite close by to this town center, so this is actually not a bad spawn for Hagrit, all things considered. Because not any kind of advantage like that could be set, is placed for More. Because his closest gold mines are in, basically in the middle of the map, all of them. Like there is a belt here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Basically that's middle of the map, that's very dangerous for the Ra player. So I'm kind of expecting pretty big problems for him, and if Hagrid plays this correctly, and will be having enough Hippicons at the correct time, then this is a solid map. This is a pretty solid map for Zeus indeed, especially considering this safe gold mine right next to the TC. So if he gets into the Heroic Age, which is of course not gonna be all that soon, as on Vanilla you are usually fighting in the Classical Age for quite a bit of time, as the Greek, well, on Titans as well, let's face it, because you can, medium Hippicons can definitely fight against the early units from the Heroic Age, from, of course, the Egyptian. This is gonna be, of course, quite a nice hunting spot, but you can see a whole lot smaller than what his opponent is having, unless there are gonna be a few more animals, because these are only 4 giraffes. Whereas for the opponent, he's having, like a double. He's having a double spawn, or is it a triple? Wow, how many are there? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 15 giraffes. Like 15 giraffes on one spot for More. So some of those absolutely certainly should have been going for Hagrid. So let's see what's gonna actually happen here. Let's see how this goes. Because right now it could be giving quite a bit of boost tomorrow, especially if Hagrid is not gonna be discovering it soon enough. Well, well, well. This might be a very important actually moment in the game. How soon Hagrid notices this, and if he notices this properly. Because right now, oh, Athena, really? Okay, so Hagrid is gonna be Athena rushing. Maybe. He's having only 2 on gold. He's going Hoplite all in. It seems like he's gonna be actually coming Hoplite all in. Only 2 on gold is still kinda strange. So I'm kinda curious what's gonna happen here. Right now you can see that he's basically sending the Jason exactly into the middle. So yeah, he knows. He has discovered that actually the hunting spot is there already for more. So he knows where to exactly go. But I'm kind of still questioning only 2 villages on the gold in there. So what's gonna happen? I wouldn't be surprised all that much if he dropped the military academy about here, right next to the hunting spot, and basically to as close to his opponent's base as possible. The relic is there. That is probably the Eye of Ornlu. The other relic is gonna be the Tower of Cestus for better towers. That would be really useful, of course, for more. So let's see how it's right now gonna be continuing, because I'm really curious. And yeah, he is. He is coming actually for all 3 here. I'm legit confused what's going on with the gold. I'm legit confused what's going on with the gold here. Why is he having only 2 villages on gold? So far everything seems to be going alright. So I don't think that anything is bugged here. But this seems really kinda unusual. Right now he's gonna be coming for all the villages, of course, from the TC. The build order, it's a different build order. But it's gonna be barely working. Because if he wants to produce Hippicon, like, why? He produces 1 Hippicon and he's out of gold. I think he kinda might have messed up. I kinda think he might have somewhere on the line messed up. I'm not entirely certain, but it seems like it, because this build order doesn't make all that much of a sense for what he's doing. Maybe if he was in the chat, you would be actually letting us know what was his strategy or what was his planning. But right now, really kind of strange, as he's gonna be at least getting rid of the tower. Definitely this one hope is gonna be taking care of that quite fine. But he did, much more importantly, push the opponent off the hunt. And it also means that he is still gonna be having at least the Rhino. It's gonna be quite a bit of help for, of course, more. Let's see if he knows. Yes, he knows. He knows exactly that he needs to know at this point. Whereas, of course, he is gonna be having plenty of right now giraffes right now. Hagrit on the right side, as he has finished with the ones in the middle. And that is gonna be, of course, quite a bit of help. As looking at this, it seems like that for more, it spawned everything on one spot. Whereas for Hagrit, he was also having something at the very back. Whereas his opponent is not gonna be having even those monkeys. He's having just the Rhino and a few extra hyenas, which could be still quite nice. So, nice map for Hagrit. All around, as he's right now pushing forward, and he already does have quite a solid army right now. And let's see if he's gonna be able to push forward even into the town center, because at this point he is down to only the chickens. And does he have enough for advancing into the heroic age? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He does have a few goats, which might be enough food for something. And you can see right now that he is having a lot of villages clicked inside. That is actually 400 food. That is actually heroic age right there. That is actually heroic age right there, if he wants it. Let's see if he's gonna notice that. Yeah, this all should be clicked off. I'm expecting and going into the heroic age, because at this point, I don't think that he can hope that he can defend through the classical age army, like absolutely the hell not. He cannot defend with that at all. As I know, he's still having 2000 gold, but it seems like a solid misplay right there. Solid misplay right there. That's something that you need to be really careful about, and that is of course the pitfall of AOT players, because they're so used to autoqueue, which is making those decisions quite a lot easier. Is another reason why autoqueue is basically skewing the game and making it so much easier in basically places where it shouldn't really, because it's making decisions for you in the game. Exactly like here, where if he right now he finally notices about like 40 seconds later, maybe 40 seconds later, then he could have already been advancing. And with autoqueue, he wouldn't be having this problem. But if he actually clicks too many villages in there and doesn't pay proper attention, he has just slowed himself down quite significantly. So this is of course huge help to Hagrit, quite certainly. Quite certainly indeed, as you're gonna be... I wanted to switch into Hagrit to have a look into his TC. He doesn't have really all that many villages clicked in. He does have armory, so he's at least halfway thinking about maybe advancing, because he's seen not really all that much of an opposition from his opponent, which kinda begs a question if he wants to continue with the Athena rush. At this point, he probably is fully expecting that Mor didn't mess up with the heroic age, and he should be heroic aging about now. So Hagrid is probably disappointed that he didn't go full on push, because with how Mor actually played it, I'm fairly certain he would have been able to annihilate it with straight push with restoration. It really seemed like that. If actually Hagrid continued producing units and didn't really stop with that, with how the game went, he really could have clinched it in like about minute 7-8. It really seemed like that Mor wasn't absolutely ready for any kind of Athena rush like that. It really seemed like he wouldn't be able to defend, but right now he's having a second chance, so let's see how he's gonna be doing with that. Because even though Heroic Age for Mor is coming forward, right now Dionysus is also coming for Hagrid, and he's not gonna be all that far behind. So basically like 50 seconds after his opponent, that's quite solid, considering that he's Zeus, but he's having kind of the weird combination of army. Should be having plenty more Hippicons. Plenty more Hippicons and plenty more overall army. Yeah, right now Hagrid should be definitely producing a bit more, because Hippicons are the best unit that you can have against an Egyptian, and especially upgraded into the mediums. So kinda strange right now how it is going, as of course Mor is gonna be using the opportunity to build the Migdol inside his base, not giving him any kind of map control, so of course the next problem is gonna be gold for him. Right now he's probably having enough. Well, not that much, to be honest, considering he's having basically 1000 left. He's gonna be having to do some kind of push without Ancestors Azara. So either this gold mine, which is gonna be nicely scouted by Hagrid, this one right next to his hunting spot prior, or here, which is impossible because of the enemy already been there as well. So bolt into the Betsuchos, right? Yep. That's actually very well done. Because Mor is gonna be right now down to only one Betsuchos, and that means that he's gonna be quite hard pressed to get the second one, because he does have plenty of monuments all around. Well, plenty too. Still kinda plenty at this point. And let's see how he's gonna be continuing forward, because of course he doesn't have the gold, and he will have to do some kind of push. You can see Hagrid is absolutely waiting for that. He's waiting for the gold stuff, waiting on this gold, on that gold, guarding absolutely everywhere, exactly as he should, because that's gonna be the critical moment where Mor is potentially gonna be losing the game. Let's see. Let's see about that. Meteor Hippicons are finally coming forward for Hagrid. That's of course gonna be quite a huge help, as Mor is trying to see if maybe he could be abusing something somewhere, as there are actually 2 villages at one spot. As Rain is coming forward, so Mor is gonna be getting some quite nice boost into the economy. He does have everything, but he does have upgrades. Yes, he does. He does have the plow in there, and he advanced through Bast. So we can go for Sacred Cats, for example, to help him with the economy, but he apparently didn't. He wanted to go for more Betsuchai soon. Not well, with one of them already bolted. It's of course not gonna be all that ideal, but problem might be right now, if the game goes too long for Hagrid, that he cannot one-shot Son of Osiris at this point. So Son of Osiris definitely could be coming forward for their player. So let's see about that, if that's gonna be some kind of significant power switch and power spike for him, or if he's gonna be right now coming forward and basically waiting for the rain to come off and use the restoration and finally deal with the TC. So far he doesn't have any upgrades, I think. Yeah, he doesn't have anything besides actually medium Toxotai. I wasn't expecting that too much, looking at how long he was taking with getting the medium Hippicons in there, but it's very nice to see that he does have the line upgrades finally coming forward, and that is of course gonna be helping him quite a bit in controlling the opponent, because right now the gold is just now out, and where is he gonna be coming? Probably here. Oh well, he actually doesn't even know about that gold mine. Well, that's funny. A slumber camp is coming forward, and is he like gonna be just straight in for that? Oh well, there we go. That's gonna be attempted locus on the gold mine, and maybe even on the gatherers in there, on the lumber camp, and of course on the goats as well. So he did kill about one villager. He's gonna be slowing down the economy of his opponent at least slightly, but otherwise the gold is really kinda screwy for him. He's apparently right now coming forward into the one that he knows about, and not knowing about this gold mine on the right. That is just kinda unfortunate, considering that he could be really scouting that part of the map quite a bit. But right now he is fully putting everything into this position into the middle, and it's gonna be up to Hagrid to basically stop it. Let's see if he's gonna be noticed, because right now he's on the left side. Oh well, Hagrid. It's like the only gold mine he's not scouting. Like literally the only gold mine. And right now, more? Why? Facepalm. Absolutely epic facepalm. He just literally screwed himself over. Did you see that? He ran into this position, led the Hippicons right into his gold mine. Wow. Like... Man, that was next level. Come on, More, he can do better than that. If you don't see the army there for the 15-20 seconds, about 15-20 seconds after we are already there, you have to know that your opponent is not scouting this gold mine, especially if you didn't see any kind of units close by. So he completely screwed himself over. Maybe he's gonna be getting away with it, but it's really, please don't do that. Please don't lure enemy army into your gold mine that is unsafe completely, like here. He's gonna be, well, I'm gonna see unluckily getting away with it, because this is like, this is a kind of mistake that you shouldn't be getting away with. He was incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. Actually, Hagrit didn't punish him for that. As right now he's taking a battle that he really shouldn't be taking anymore. Right now, especially with the Migro already being finished. As soon as the Migro was coming there, he should have basically disengaged, trying to go somewhere else. And of course, right now, with the army really dwindling, and he's still having only one military building of each. Come on, Hagrit, you can also do better. At this point, they definitely need a bit more. Because at this point, the one stable is just sorely not enough. Hippicons take a long time to make. You can see 15 seconds, that's a really lot. Really a lot, so you cannot really spam all that much. And even though 3 military buildings seems nice, you kinda need all of those Hippicons a whole lot more than the other units. The Hippicons are just the standard unit against the Egyptian. And you can see that More right now is taking advantage of all of the situation in there. And Hagrit is gonna be in a pretty difficult spot at this point, because he had one task. He had one task to deny exactly going on the one of those 4 gold mines. There was one gold mine he wasn't scouting. And it was exactly the one that More came for, even though it was kind of really obvious that he would be coming for that, based on how he has scouted before. And, well, let's not call it yet, but I'm having a strong feeling Hagrit might have actually lost the game right at that spot. Let's see. Because there's of course 6,000 gold for More right there, and he's gonna be allowed to go for the second TC, maybe even for the third one a bit later, as Bronze is coming forward. So right now it's gonna be interesting battle, but he doesn't seem to be having all that much of an army, and much more importantly, he doesn't have too much siege, aka hoplites. So this Migro is probably gonna be standing here for quite a bit, because apparently he's having only like 3 hoplites. Also getting killed quite significantly by the Betsukos in there. As Restoration is coming forward, that's a very nice idea at this point. Gonna be of course quite a bit helpful. Quite a bit helpful, though the targeting didn't seem to be all that proper, because he didn't exactly heal the hoplites, which I think he needs to be healing a bit more than anything else. So More right now in kinda solid position, because he also forced his opponent to use his pretty good god power in not a solid situation all that much. It wasn't a bad idea from Hagrid. You can see still can be paying off, and actually might still, but it wasn't all that optimal. But he seems to be yet again getting exactly what, or rather getting out of it exactly what he wants. But problem could be that More is already at 2 TC, so the population limit advantage is gonna be coming for him absolutely certainly, as the Migro is, well, these few hoplites, they are still alive. Those two remaining heroes that are under fire. This one is probably gonna be finishing it. This one on the left, he seems to be surviving, as he's hiding behind. Or maybe not. Maybe not, because at this point he doesn't seem to be enough, as those 2 repairing villages are countering him quite well. You can see that Hagrit is unfortunately not paying too much attention. Right now he finally did, trying to target that one villager, but that was also countered by a whole lot more villages by More, who is already gonna be repairing it, and not fast enough. Oh well, did he run out of gold? No, he didn't. So that was just some kind of micro misplay or whatever. That basically didn't let him repair that, because he was having more villages than the hoplites, so he should have been able to keep it alive. Unluckily for him, he didn't. So that might be an opportunity for Hagrid, or maybe just More. He's gonna be getting a bit more gold and getting it up again. But at the same time, right now with the army finally being there for Hagrid, it might not be all that easy. As another stable finally built at the bottom. It's of course gonna be quite helpful for him, and I'm gonna be checking on the upgrades. So Shaft Mine, Bacchanalia, that's of course for the hit points for everything. Okay, so maybe even Cavalry could be good at this point. We are at 16 minutes. Whereas for the opponent, he is having only pickaxe. Only pickaxe, that's not enough. That's really not enough at this point. He really needs the Shaft Mine at least. He at least needs the Shaft Mine. You can see right now it's exactly reflected in all of the problems that he's having with the economy there. As this thing is apparently gonna be dying. Well, only 1 hit point. It's gonna be 1 hit by any kind of unit, unless it's gonna be healed a bit later. And of course this gold mine is right now not really safe, but he is still continuing, because as long as the battle is kinda undecided as it is right about now, well, kind of close to be decided soon. I think for Hagrid, if he actually plays this properly, this is all about this gold. And if Hagrid can properly deny it, then of course there's gonna be a very solid chance that Hagrid might be still able to claim the game. And you can see that Moore is out of the gold quite significantly, whereas Hagrid is having kind of solid economy. It's going kind of alright for him, though at 80, the population limit at 80 in there, for Moore only at 52. Yeah, you can kind of guess that the economy is not exactly huge for Moore all around. So this is not really going all that well as it potentially could have been. And well, there we go. Moore is gonna be resigning and we are gonna be tied at 1-1. It was a very interesting game. It was a game of kind of crucial mistakes on like both parts, especially this one from Hagrid. He could have basically closed the game like, I don't know, by 5 minutes earlier. If he just had the army here, or at least a scout there, he was having solid enough army, just standing there waiting. Then Moore inexplicably actually led the army and line of sight exactly onto the gold mine, letting Hagrid know where his opponent, or rather where he is. So yeah, it was kind of funny. Funny actually plays in the game in there. And in the end, it worked for Hagrid, and he actually won the game. To be honest, he was kinda the favorite for that. But that one crucial mistake, you just cannot afford to do that against an Egyptian, because that's the winning condition against an Egyptian. Well, anyway, it worked out and we are tied. We are tied here. As Hagrid is gonna be right now winning everything, that's not much of a surprise. You could have seen that the economy for Moore wasn't exactly huge. 8,000, 6,000, 6,000 here. Wasn't really having all that much extra. But still, the Egyptian should be always having more gold than any other player for obvious reasons. Well, good efficiency for Moore, but that's not exactly everything. Yeah, he was missing a lot of upgrades in there. Okay, GG.